You might be surprised to learn that plastic potties can actually make it much harder to train your little one. In fact, I'm going to go as far as saying that I recommend you avoid using them altogether. One idea behind the potty chair is that they actually make it easier for toddlers to use than a standard toilet seat, because the height makes it easier to get on and off. But the problem is they are generally lightweight and plastic. So they easily tip to the side when your toddler is getting on and off them, and this can deter your little one from using them in the first place. The small size of the potty is also thought to make it less intimidating for children than a traditional toilet. However, if your toddler has only ever seen you use a standard toilet, and the experience has always been positive, there is no reason for them to be fearful. If they've never observed anything that would lead to a negative association with an adult toilet, then it is highly unlikely that they're going to be intimidated by it or fear it. In fact, their desire to mimic us and be just like us is likely to make them want to learn how to use the toilet to be just like us as well. If they are nervous or fearful, one of the most common reasons is because they're afraid they'll fall in, because the standard toilet seat is too big and their feet can't touch the ground. But there's a very simple way to overcome this. A family-style toilet seat will provide a more appropriate size seat for them to use. Couple that with a footrest and you'll provide a comfortable, easy-to-use solution for your toddler that also alleviates those fears. Now, these are just two of some of the items I recommend when toilet training, and if you want to get my complete list of all the essential items I recommend using when toilet training, make sure you click the link in the description box below to get the free Toilet Training Essentials Guide. Another selling point of the potty is that it can be moved around the house if needed. Now, although some people might think this is a great thing, the process of becoming toilet trained means that the child needs to learn all the steps to toilet. This means they need to recognize the signs that they need to go. They need to actually get to the bathroom in time. They need to remove their clothing, go to the toilet itself, then wipe their bottom, pull up their clothing, flush the toilet, and then finally wash their hands when you move the potty into another room, potentially the lounge room where there's a TV, that they can sit and watch while they're on the toilet. Your child doesn't get to do all these steps. They are not learning that you actually need to go to the bathroom to do a poo or a wee, or how to actually wash their hands, or become familiar with the sounds of the flushing toilet, which some children find very scary, as well as the different smells in the bathroom. Now, all these things can actually be scary for children initially. So it is important that if you are using the potty, you do it in the bathroom and not take it into another space. Starting with the potty and then moving to a toilet can also create other problems. For example, your toddler is going to have to use a standard toilet seat when they go to the park, to the shops, or visit family and friends' houses. And if they're only used to using a potty, they are going to be more likely to be resistant to using that standard toilet seat when they're out. And about also for some children, moving from using a potty to using a toilet can be a big process, and essentially be like starting toilet training all over again. Toilet seat reducers, which are items that sit on top of a traditional toilet seat and reduce it to a child-friendly size, are also another item that I would buy in the first place. And that's because toilet seat reducers can actually pinch your child's bottom, which leads to the child becoming fearful of the toilet and refusing completely to sit on the toilet. They also move around when a child first sits on them, and they can tilt to the side or wiggle, and this can lead to the child refusing to sit on the toilet because it's unstable, and they don't see it as safe. Also, for your child to succeed, we use the toilet seat reducer and needs to be on the toilet all the time. And if you've only got one toilet in the household, then it can be annoying having to put that toilet seat reducer on and off the toilet. Your child is going to need to use a child-sized toilet seat for years and years to come. So a family-style toilet seat is a lot easier solution, and it's going to make cleaning a lot easier too. And the last item I recommend ditching are pull-ups, which are also known as nappy or diaper training pants. So pull-ups are sold as a great middle step between a nappy and underwear. The main selling point is that when your child uses pull-ups, they are learning how to pull them up and down, which is going to make it easier for them to transition to underwear, as they learn how to do this skill independently. But pull-ups are as absorbent as nappies, so they are going to absorb any accidents, and for your child to successfully toilet train, they need to be able to tell the difference between wet, dry, and dirty. And unfortunately, nappies and pull-ups are simply too good at absorbing away the wee, which make it near impossible for your child to feel wet or feel uncomfortable. Now, if you do want to know the items that will make the toilet training process easier and faster, make sure you check out this video where I'll show you exactly what they are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week where I'll share more parenting tips and tricks.